Yup, today we're talking about my fat boy here, Mr. Grendel Prime himself, the big boy, sumo man, toxic boy, eat up, chew up, swallow. Pause. Anyways, yeah, today we talking about Grendel, man. He is the most slept on Warframe ever, bro. I barely see any Grendels out there, and I picked him up today, and he's fucking amazing. Literally amazing. So let's get into it. Alright, we got the kit. Let's take a look. Passive. Each enemy consumed grants 250 bonus armor. That's already great. We already had a good start. First ability, Feast. Swallow enemies whole and store them in Grendel's gut. Hold to vomit out stored enemies, covering them in toxic bile. So, you open up your damn stomach, you swallow up to 5. You can swallow up to 5 enemies max. Okay? Swallow them whole. Alright? You store them in your gut and you can spit them out. That's all this ability does. That's it. But let's move on. Nourish. This is one of his best abilities ever. Literally the best ability ever to Subsume and everything. Regenerate health as Grendel absorbs nourishment from enemies in his gut. While he digests, enemies that attack or are attacked by Grendel suffer viral damage. And energy sources provide more energy. And your squad mates get this buff as well. So what this ability does is when you use your feast, you can't use your second ability unless you use your first. So in order to use Nourish, you need to swallow up enemies. When you swallow them up, then you pop Nourish. You slam the ground and you pop Nourish. This will heal you, give you viral damage, and increase energy pickups. So you have energy sustain, and the allies get the buff too. It's literally so good. Third ability, another healing. He rolls into a ball. You basically a bowling ball, bro. You just rolling through people, and you could strip armor. Strip armor by however much strength you have on your build. You strip the armor literally almost instantly, just instant armor strip, and you heal over time. And yeah, so the armor reduction there that it shows, that's how much armor I'm stripping off of them, not me, them. So that's his third, pulverize. And his fourth, regurgitate. So when you have a max stack of 5 enemies in your gut, you puke them out, at the enemies, and nearby enemies are slowed, and they have their armor dissolved by the bile. So that's another armor reduction ability. Perfect for armor stripping. He's great. He's fantastic. Alright, let's go over the recap. So first ability, Inhale. The benefits you get from this. You gain 250 bonus armor for every enemy in your stomach. And with the augment mod, you get 400 per enemy. So that's a shit ton of armor. You're going to be a fat, stanky tank. The resource, most of Grendel's other abilities require at least one enemy in his gut. So always eat your enemies. Always eat them. And the enemies in your gut also get armor stripped, which is a very nice thing. It's a very nice thing to have. His second, Nourish. Once you have all your food in your gut, you pop Nourish. Why? Instantly restores a large chunk of your health. Provides you and your squad with viral damage for weapons and multiplier. That increases energy gain from all sources. Enemies inside your gut take damage when you use this, essentially turning them into batteries you digest for power. That's what that does. His third, move and shred. Pulverize like a damn bowling ball, okay? You roll around and you can cast Nourish while you're in this ball. Okay, to stay healed and buffed, my guy. Armor stripping also strips armor as you roll over their asses. Healing and provides healing. It doesn't get any better than that. And his fourth ability. If your stomach is feeling too full and you see a crowd, a big group, just spit one or two enemies at that crowd and that's it, like a toxic missile. And instantly strips armor and the enemies that are in or around that area are gonna get their armor stripped. And with the augment, you're creating a gas cloud that lasts for 8 to 11 seconds depending on your duration. And the clouds are just gonna spread to a whole bunch of fucking enemies. They're either gonna die from it or literally just be damn near one shot, damn near dead pretty much. All his abilities work great with each other. They all synergize with one another, which is great. So here's the loop. This is how you play him. You eat enemies, you gain the armor. Once you gain the armor, then you cast Nourish. After you cast Nourish, you get your energy, damage buffs, whatever else. Then you could use your 3 if you like, and then use your 4 if you throw it into a crowd. You rinse and repeat. Eat, nourish, eat and nourish. That's it. Keep your nourish up at all times. Always have enemies in your gut at all times. And that is it. That's how you survive. Always keep nourish up and always eat. You're never gonna die. Literally. Okay, here is the build, man. Here is the build. This is literally like star chart build and steel path. So like this build will work just for everything. This is what I got. So we got Archon continuity abilities that inflict toxin or apply corrosive. So his abilities are toxin, so I'm gonna add corrosive. That's more armor strip for me. Got it. And if you don't have that, just go for regular continuity. It's fine. Vitality needs some health. Adaptation, cause we trying to tank. Steel fiber, you definitely need this for the armor. And you need his two augments. His two augments are great. We got Gourmand and Gastro. Okay, Gourmand instead of energy consumes 200 health on cast, and Glutton grants additional 150 armor per enemy. So on top of the bro, on top of the 250, on top of the 250 we get from the passive that it consumed, you add another 150. That's 400 armor per enemy. That's 400 armor for the max stacks of 5 enemies you're freaking swallowing up, bro. So you're tanking like crazy. Plus the steel fiber. Gastro. Regurgitate enemies bounce up to 3 times, creating a gas cloud that lasts 8 seconds. This can increase by with continuity. So, if you have more duration, you can increase it a little bit. But yeah, 8 seconds and inflict, you know, gas status effect is perfect. It's great. Intensify. If you want to be greedy and use Umbral Intensify, you can. Blind Rage, I mean, or whatever you want. But yeah, I went for like a, all around just to sustain everything. And I went for Transient Fortitude for more, more strength. The Arcanes, Arcane Bellicose, okay? Gain 6% ability strength for every 250 max health up to 72. So 72% plus the 257, that's like 300 and some change percent of strength right there that I got. So I'm going overboard. It's crazy. And the new arcane from the Sanctum from the 1999, I forgot the name, but yeah, remove all shields because he doesn't really need shields because his base shield is at 95. So there's really no point in him having shields at all. So you remove all your shields. If your armor is above 700, cannot be hit for more than 500 damage. Okay? And magnetic status and ability nullifying effects disable this protection. I'm going to explain what that arcane means in a moment and how you need to, you know, work around with this arcane. It's not that hard. Trust me, I'm gonna make it simple. Okay, so when I read the Arcane, it wasn't confusing. It's just the way that it was worded. So this is how I'm gonna break it down, right? This is how the cap works, right? The Arcane tracks the total damage you receive from all sources combined. Alright? Once you've taken 500 damage in a single second, you stop taking damage for the remainder of that second. Example, right? So if 100 enemies hit you at the exact same moment for 1000 damage each, you should take a total of 100,000 damage and die instantly, right? So with the Arcane, you only take 500 instead, and the other 99,500 damage is just ignored. That's how that works. Okay? Okay, so calculations after armor, right? This limit is applied after your armor and other damage reduction mods like adaptation have already reduced the incoming damage. You get it? Okay. Now, how to use it for immortality for the Arcane. The goal of this Arcane is to make your healing faster than the damage cap. Okay? So here's the math. If the most damage you can take is 500 per second, and you have a way to heal yourself for 501 health per second, you technically cannot die. Okay? Okay. So the core concept for the Arcane now. The trade-off is you lose all your shields and you're a health tank, which is great because he has a shit ton of health. He only has health. Here's the safety cap. As long as you have at least 700 armor, which you get a lot of armor from eating your enemies, doing nourish, you're already healing, and you, like, bro, as long as you're eating enemies, you can't die. So yeah, as long as you have at least 700 armor, you cannot lose more than 500 health every second. Alright? The limit, this 500 damage limit, counts all hits you take within the second combined. Whether one enemy hits you or 50 enemies hit you, your health only drops by a maximum of 500 in that 1 second window. Okay? So I hope you understand this. I understand it. It is very simple to use. The only thing that fucks this Arcane up is nullifier bubbles. Please stay away from them because it will take off the Arcane completely. Not completely, but it will just reset the buff. Until you get your armor back, until you get your 700 armor back, then that's when the Arcane will refresh itself and give you that, give you that buff again. So the shield bubbles, the nullifier bubbles will fuck this up, and the life leech Eximus ones with the little red Eximus guys that just do those little pulse things around you and shit, and they'll just attack you straight health type shit. They'll completely ignore all that buff and everything, and they'll fuck you up too. So other than that, you're fine. You're fine. If you want to go melee crazy, be my guest. Just don't run into any nullifier bubbles, and just take out them leech dudes and shit, and you should be fine, bro. Just keep nourish up, and just keep eating. You can't die. That's it. That's the gist of the Arcane. Fear not, fear not. I have the shards, okay? I forgot about the shards. Almost forgot about them. So you can go with, I went with duration, okay? That's what I'm going for, because I was low on that, so go for duration. Casting speed, so, I can cast Nourish way quicker. Then you can go for 2 healths. That's what, you can go for 2 healths, or you can go for 2 armors, depending on your situation. So if you go for health, then you're also going to increase your ability strength as well. You don't need to add strength at all because the arcane bellicose from the health is just going to increase your strength. If you add more health, you're just going to add more strength to yourself with more health. So that's why I didn't add any more strength. And I can't anyway. Then energy, because I don't have any flow on them. So I just added an energy shard and then I added an armor shard. So those are my shards. His subsume now his subsume abilities. If you do want to subsume an ability, I would probably go for maybe Eclipse. I guess if you want to for more damage reduction and take away his bowling ball, take away his rolling bowling ball ability and replace it with that. You can also replace it with Gloom. Gloom is very good for him because that also works great for his kit for his tanking and healing abilities. I don't have Gloom because I didn't get Sevgoth yet to Sassoon yet. But yeah, or you can throw on Roar. Um where the hell is Roar at? Shit, I don't even know. Yeah, you can throw on Roar if you like for more more strength if you like. But I'm just gonna keep him as is. But if and when I do get Sevgoth, I'm definitely gonna assume Sevgoth's ability and try Gloom on him to see how that works. I'm pretty sure it's gonna work nice because I don't really use the rolling ball like that much, but he's still fine even without Subsume. I was sleeping on this frame because I had him sitting in my arsenal for stupid long, for like damn near a month. And I said, you know what? I'm just gonna level up Grendel and see what he's like. Cause I didn't even get to try him out until today. So yeah, he's amazing, bro. He will carry. He will definitely carry through Steel Path and everything and anything. So yeah, that's Grendel. Leave a like, sub, comment, say thank you. You're welcome. And I will catch you in the next.